Welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. Glad you could join me here today, and I am here to inspire you to be all that you can be. The question is, do you know what you want to be? Smash that like button and subscribe. You can check out my website at marksinspiration.com. To be, you have to know what you want to be. What did Shakespeare say? To be or not to be? That's the question. Well, you have to know what you want, don't you? A lot of you guys out there want to find a woman. Why do you want to find a woman? Why do you want a woman? Why do you want a girlfriend? Why do you want a wife? Maybe you want to have children. You don't have to have a wife to have children. You can have a girlfriend. Definitely have to have a woman to have children if you're a man, of course. At least a woman to carry the child until it's born, and if you've worked out some type of arrangement, which would be highly unusual to where you have the kid and she leaves it, but that's a possibility. But more than likely, you want to have a wife and children. Now, if that's what you want to have, you have to ask yourself, are you ready to be a husband? Are you ready to be a father? What preparations have you done? Most people have done none. Probably most have not even thought about it. They just think about what they're going to get out of the relationship, what they're going to get from the woman. As Corey Wayne says, you better go to that relationship to give and not to get. Because guess what? If you go out in life trying to get, whether it be in the relationship, in business, or wherever, you may get for a while, but eventually it will be gotten from you. You have to go out in life to give. The most successful people in relationships and in life are there to give. Now, that's not to mean that you're supposed to be a doormat or codependent or being taken advantage of, because there are takers out there that will take from you without reciprocating your giving. I've run into a few of those myself, and as a matter of fact, there were times in my life where I was one of those takers. But what I've learned from that, when it was all taken from me, or almost everything of value anyway, and I'm not talking about just materially, I realized that in life, whatever I wanted, I had to give it. And if I wasn't willing to give, then I wasn't going to be able to receive. I receive in direct proportion to what I give. No, actually, that's a lie. I receive multiplicatively back whatever I have given. Much more than what I give. It always comes back to me more. And the same way as when I took from people, it was taken from me more. But the reason people don't adhere to these laws of the universe, or laws of God, or whatever you want to call them, is because it doesn't happen, or let's say it this way, it doesn't manifest immediately in your outer world. When you take from someone unjustly, whatever that be, emotional security, money, things, there's many things you can take from people. Their pride, their trust, many things. Whatever you take from that person will be taken from you sometime down the road. Now, many people don't realize that it's coming back to them, the old saying, whatever goes around comes around, because it's usually a long time down the road. It happens inside of you immediately. But the manifestation of that event does not take place for maybe a week, a month, 6 months, a year. And they've long forgotten what they've done to someone else. But if you can take the word blame out of your vocabulary, when anything happens to you, whether it be good or bad, and good or bad is just relative to from which side of the fence you're standing on, and look back in your past to see where you may have done this to someone else, then you realize that this person is not actually doing anything to you, but rather playing a part in the drama of life, giving back to you or getting from you what you have taken from someone else. But if you want to go through life unaware and blind and asleep, you will never realize it, thinking that everything is from an outside cause, when in reality it is from the inner. But let's go back to what you want. Everyone thinks they want this girl. Well, or a certain girl, a beautiful girl, they want this, they want that. Have you prepared yourself to achieve or to, to get or to have a relationship with this beautiful girl? What kind of a girl do you want? Excuse me. What kind of a girl do you want? Have you made a list of the requirements or attributes you want in this person? Okay, if you have, then look at those attributes and ask yourself, are you the things that you want? Because you will only attract to yourself what you are. Not so much what you want, but what you are. So you need to become what you desire. For example, if you want a woman who is patient, kind, and loving, and you are intolerant, impatient, and a jerk, it's going to be kind of hard to get that woman. Now, that's not to say that girls aren't attracted to jerks, but it's usually in a different way than what you see from the outside. We all judge others' relationships when we really don't know what goes on behind closed doors, as my mother used to say. So the main point of this whole message is decide what you want, write it down, then it becomes tangible, and then become what you want to attract. If you want a beautiful girl, you have to look at yourself in the mirror. Are you fat, out of shape, you're not taking care of yourself? Well, guess what? It's going to be very difficult for you to get that girl because you're not what you desire. As I said, we only attract in life what we are, not so much what we want. Let's take the millionaire, for example, or the billionaire even. You could take away all his money, and within 1 to 5 years, he would have it back again. Why is that? Because the money is just an outer manifestation of what he is on the inside. And in the same respects, this beautiful, loving, caring girl that's with this guy that you think is lacking in the looks department, she is with him because of what he is on the inside, not so much on the outside. As I've said before, looks will get your foot in the door. But once you open your mouth and she starts seeing what is inside of you, if it doesn't correspond with what she was attracted to in respects to your looks, she won't be around for long. And these lines and techniques, all of these things will work initially. But if they're coming from a place of, or how would I say, if they're coming from something other than what you are, if you are not the person you are, how do I say, false advertisement, there you go. Advertising yourself to be, it will be a short-lived romance. You may get to go to bed with this chick, all right? If that's what you want, then go for it. But if you want more than that, you have to become the person that is congruent with the words that you are speaking. As I've said before, women are attracted to inner strength, and that's why they're attracted to the jerk and the bad boy, because he really doesn't care about anything, at least anything pertaining to the woman. He can take her or leave her, and she's attracted to that strength. Now, that's not to say that she doesn't feel good when she's with him, because she does. And women are emotional. They like to have an emotional roller coaster, most of them. You can dang well bet your bottom dollar that if in let's say a dating profile, or even if they tell you, I don't like drama, they've had a lot of drama in their life, or they don't want drama. They have a lot of drama, and they will create drama. It's almost impossible for a girl not to have drama in her life. She will create it. She craves it. She wants to feel alive. That's where a man creates drama, but in a different way. If he's a wise man, he creates constructive crises. What do I mean by that? I mean by taking a risk in the direction of your goals and dreams. And things get a little stressful sometimes because you step out there. Those are constructive crises. as opposed to fighting with your wife and she calls the police, or you go out and get drunk and you get a DWI, or you get into a fight out on the street. These crises do not move you in the direction of becoming more of a man of value. They may build some character, possibly, but better build character in the other way. Okay, so what I want you to get out of this today is become what you want to be. You have to be that. Become what you want. You have to have it on the inside before it will ever come to you on the outside. And as I said, you can fake it till you make it, until you actually have the consciousness of the person you want to become. Be what you want to attract. That's all I have time for today. Thanks for joining me. I hope this has been of value to you. Share this with a friend. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you tomorrow.